Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about electing a libertarian into office. And as of right now, Ron Paul is currently running for the Republican candidate spot. And the Indiana primaries are going to be on May 8th. And I'm going to try and tell you guys that, or show you guys how he's a good candidate and you guys should vote for him. But there's some main concerns that a lot of people have with Ron Paul, and I'm going to be addressing them, and most of them have to do with his policies, his educational policy, and his foreign policy. And then a lot of people say that he might not be able to beat President Obama in a one-on-one election after if he were to win the Republican candidate. So to start off, I'm going to be talking about his foreign policy. And a lot of people, he gets the public image as an isolationist, but he's actually a non-interventionist. But there's some key differences. And in the past, before World War II, we had a isolationist kind of stance, and it kind of worked out bad for us because we ended up in World War II and we got into late, and it cost us a lot of financial difficulties trying to catch up and whatnot. And so a lot of people associate that term with like not good things, but there's a lot of key differences. The non-interventionist that he is means that we just shouldn't be in these other countries forcing our like political systems on them and basically like acting like the world's police, running around and getting in everybody's affairs, and that we should like not just constantly be a military threat to them, because like that's just angering them. And a lot of people think that if we're not like policing nations like Iran and North Korea, that they could just like launch missiles on us. But the U.S. has like one of the strongest intelligence agencies, and the CIA has actually found that Central Intelligence Agency has found that countries like North Korea and Iran wouldn't have the economy or money to even fund to launch these missiles, and the U.S. has the firepower to wipe countries like these off like the earth within 45 minutes. So it's really not too much of a threat. His educational policy, which is what I talked a lot about last time, and if you guys remember, I said he would get rid of the Department of Education. And according to USAspending.gov, approximately $20 billion that is sent to the federal government per year is lost, as in it's like directed towards other departments and whatnot. So it's kind of like a big like waste of money. It's not really an effective way to work, and it's unconstitutional because I talked a lot about last time how the grants are tax money going towards other kids' tuition, and really we have like rights against that, like to not just give up our money for other people. And a lot of people think that getting rid of the grants would stop a lot of students from going to college, but we can implement tax credits, and there's always been loans and plenty of other like work study programs for people to afford college. So there's lots of other resources available. So it's really not needed for the Department of Education. It could really cut back on our tax dollars. And then Obama versus Paul, like if he were to win the Republican candidate spot, a lot of people don't think he would have a good chance. But according to nces.ed.gov, which is a government website that released a poll, him and Romney actually both would be favored at this point. And that's surprising because other candidates like Newt Gingrich and them, who have been getting more support than Paul, actually aren't even favored to beat Obama. So like really the media and whatnot is unfavorable towards Ron Paul, and a lot of people, if they just had more belief and wasn't so much criticism against him, he could really stand a better chance. And so I could encourage you guys at May 8th to get out to the Indiana primaries and vote.
Going back to like the grant things, like what about kids that can't qualify for loans and stuff like that? Would it just be like, whoop?
Well, there's tax credits and stuff like that, like because instead of like their parents having to pay money towards taxes, they could be exempt for like up to $5,000 a year, and plus with work study programs they could work off their tuition. And I'm pretty sure any public school like IU has those all available for students.
What are your thoughts about him moving away from the gold standard? I mean, not the federal reserve control, but
like a more reliable, like, for
backing it like the U.S. currency.
well, like, are you talking about like the Fed and how they print all our money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's like a better idea because currently the way Fed's going and deflating the U.S. dollar, it's not a good thing. We're every day, every year, our currency is going down when compared to other countries. So I think it's a good idea.
And then I know how you said like he was favorable to if you could win against Obama, he was favorable. But what do you think his chances are like with like Romney in it? Because like Romney is way ahead of him in the like voting polls right now, not like favorableness. So like, do you think he actually does stand a chance of even becoming the Republican candidate?
Well, I mean, people have to believe for him to get votes. So a lot of people they think that if he doesn't have a chance, they're not going to vote for him. They'd rather vote for their second best candidate that they think could win. But if a lot of people just believe that he would have a chance, and people actually voted on who they thought was the best candidate instead of who they would want or who would have a good chance. So like, I really think people vote for the wrong reasons, and you should really just vote for who you think has the best policies. Somebody else had a question back there.
Actually, she was asking.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you actually think he's gonna win?
He's so far behind.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
No, I'm not saying I don't. I'm just asking.
I was voting for him anyway.
He has a shot if he becomes candidate to be Obama.
yeah, definitely. Because like all the Republican voters would no longer like be splitting votes between Romney and these other guys. They could shift their attention to somebody who shared their views a lot closer than Barack Obama's.
What is your opinion of like the U.S. moving from a Republican-Democrat system to a multi-party system? Do you think that? I mean, a lot of people made that argument that Ron Paul could start
Yeah,
that
it's
revolution.
definitely a good thing, and I think this year he really did a great thing. Like, even if he doesn't win the election this year, he's gained a lot of movement. A lot of people see that change is needed, and he has enough followers that it's definitely going to make a difference in the future years as far as maybe implementing like different like sort of party race. Because it's kind of unfair to have him like running under a Republican, like because they just like with Romney, like the word Republican just associated with him, and people are like, oh, I'm a Republican, I'm gonna vote for him. And Libertarian, they're like, sounds kind of odd, but yeah, I definitely think they should work something out. I don't know what they do.